Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Namaste. Myself Surya Toleti, and then today discussing topic is the career guidance will giving for the EEE students, that means electrical and electronics engineering students. I am also a graduate for the diploma and then BTech electrical and electronics engineering. I would like to share my experience for that electrical and electronics engineering by the simply. Okay friends, electrical and electronics engineering, the scope in India is very high, and then salaries will giving to the very high, and then job opportunities very high because, compared to for the other branches and other departments also, because of the in world and then India for the entire system will run for the electricity. That do every organization, every company, every sector will must need for the EEE student, that means electrical and electronics engineering student. Okay friends, electrical and electronics engineering is a growing and one of the most sought discipline of the field of engineering study. It comprises with the electrical engineering and electronic engineering. It is oriented by the electrical engineering, by the technically modernization of the world and computerization of the our world field. It is necessary to use the understand the circuits and computerizing devices of the electrical and electronics engineering field. The electrical and electronics engineering involves with the power. It can exist in the various forms like turbine, hydro, gas, fuel cells, solar, wind and geothermal energy. It involves use, storage and generation of the power and energy. Okay friends, jobs and career options for the electrical and electronics engineering. There is a lot of job opportunities in the field of electrical and electronic engineering. So because of the one of the biggest sector for the telecommunication industries, and then transportation network, IT industries, aeroplane and aerospace manufacturing industries, the production and distribution of the power and some of the specific fields of the career development, also these opportunities also. And then top recruited that required for the electrical and electronic engineering. Okay, so world. So BHEL is the one of the biggest recruiting company, and then NSPCL, and then Power Grid Corporation, Indian Limited, and then BALCO, SIL, BHEL and NTPC, Durgapur Steel Plant Company, and then ISRO, and then Omega Elevators, Alstom India Power Project, EVEREST Industry, and then ZENITH Industries, and then Tata Steel, and then Tata Construction Companies, and the number of construction companies will giving for the lot of opportunities for the electrical and electronics engineering. Okay friends, this is the biggest job opportunities. And then electrical and electronics engineering will be divided for the three categories, and then control and inspection of the department will giving for the idea. That means divided for the three categories. So the one is the electrical engineering, and then instrumentation engineering, circuit engineering, and then network engineering. They divided for these types. Okay friends, opportunities of the in India. So graduate of the EEE can go for the write on the exams for the PSU. Will also select for the PSU exams. So we are under for the working on the government sectors, and then consulting and finance companies, and the electronic design companies, and provide the development association companies, and then manage on that very type of different types of companies also. And then friends, second one is it gives the opportunity for the explore consultancy domains and eligibility to write UPSC. So you can write for the UPSC exam, Union Public Service Commission exam, one of the biggest job also, IES Indian Engineering Service. You can select for the engineering service. Best job also. We are also write for the UPSC exam. In optional, we are selecting for the electrical engineering paper. It is easily to write for crack the examination for the UPSC. You can also the category for the IS exam only for the BTech graduation for the electrical and electronics engineering. So you can also write for that exam. And the next one is you can also appear for the UPSC like a Airport Authority of India, where electronic and electrical students who are allowed with the ECE students for the post junior execution also. That means execution jobs and junior engineering jobs, and then railway engineering jobs, and staff selection of civil engineering jobs, and the number of job opportunities for you. And then persons will interested for the teaching profession. We are also completion for the master degree, that means master technical education for the MTech. You are complete for the MTech course. We are eligible for that in the teaching profession for the number of institutions, and then bigger universities also for the entire in India. We are also complete for the PhD for them post-graduated. So PhD will complete for the your doctorate will giving that into your profession. That too we will also eligible for the professors for lot of bigger universities. That means the state level and then central level universities also the word professor. Okay friends, and then you can after completion of the bachelor engineering and bachelor of the technical education for the BE BTech electrical and electronics engineering, you can write for the GATE examinations. More opportunities will giving for that the GATE examination. So okay friends, so after you crack for the GATE examination, many companies will giving for the opportunities, and then call letters for giving for the direct number of companies we giving for the call jobs also. So most opportunities will giving only for the GATE examination, because of the GATE examination with the entire in India. So not for the single states also, these GATE exam will conduct on the central government for entire in India. So more opportunities will give, and government sector, private sector are involved for the GATE examination. After that we are also study for the MTech also. So okay friends, and then some more interested persons. We are also interested for the research. So junior research follow the CSIR. The CSIR department is for the electrical and electronics engineering students. That means CSIR is the junior research direct appointed for the BTech student also. This is for the research for electrical and electronics engineering. We are also designed for the electrical instruments and the electronic instruments for this research departments also. And then friends, and then jobs will be divided for the three categories: the public sector, government sector, and then private sector. So public sector is also like friends, electrical and electronics engineering will be divided for the three categories. The one in job side, so public sector, government sector, private sector. So government sector is preferring to the best because of the government is a permanent jobs, and then you will also direct to serve to the poor peoples and the middle class peoples also. And then private sector is also, so you can join for the only for the MNC companies. So for the multinational companies, for giving for the more opportunities for the normal companies also, giving the best opportunities for that. Okay friends, and then I would like to explain my experience for that electrical and electronics engineering. So okay friends, so this is not in common branch, because of the electrical and electronics engineering is the best branch also compared to for others, because of the you are inspired for this, so you are studying the electrical electronics engineering. So because of that, this branch will giving for the analysis technique, and then this branch will giving for the your strength, and then analysis, and then computerizing, and then understood for the circuits, increase for the your brain capability also. Okay friends, thank you for watching, and then please do subscribe my channel. The many job opportunities and then career guidance will giving for this channel also. And then thanks for your watching, and then thanks to support for this also. Like, share, subscribe.